Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series X-Men Age of Apocalypse Wave 2. This is Marvel's Legion, or David Haller. He is the son of Charles Xavier. There was a TV show based on Legion. I think it had 3 seasons on FX. I watched the first season, really enjoyed it. Second season wasn't as good for me, and I think it was the third season where I just completely stopped watching. I'm like, I don't get it. It went real crazy and weird. I'm like, whatever. That may have even been the second season where I kind of was like, huh, what's going on? It was just a really crazy show, but I really enjoyed the first season, but then I just kind of fell off from watching it. Maybe one day I'll go back and try and watch it. But here I have Legion. This is the only figure in the wave that I got. This was a pre-order from Target. He is the only one that is shipped. He had a ship date of September 1st, or release date of September 1st. The rest of the wave says October 1st. I don't have any coming on the way or anything like that, so it is just going to be this review here. Maybe if I see the wave for a decent price at Frankensons, which I will be at or heading towards by the time you guys watch this video, maybe I might pick it up. But anyway, we'll get right to it. We see the X-Men logo from the Age of Apocalypse theme, the Age of Apocalypse there. See, this is the Colossus Build-A-Figure. He comes with one of the leg pieces to Colossus. He's got his crazy kid and play hair there sticking up. We've got the side artwork of the Legion figure, the Legion character on the side, which looks really cool. It'd be nice if I had kept the boxes from Wave 1. You could put them all together. It would look pretty awesome. Here on the back of the package, we have a look at all the figures in the wave. So Colossus, we have Magneto, Rogue, Cyclops, Sabretooth, Shadowcat, Iceman, and Legion, of course, is the last one. I normally like to start at number 1 and kind of work my way, but I'm going to have to go opposite direction. The bio for Legion reads, the son of Charles Xavier, Legion gets his incredible mind from his legendary father, but must balance unimaginable mutant powers with his mental illness. Dude's kind of crazy. So, let's get him out of the box. Okay, so here is the Legion figure out of the package, and dude is crazy. It's a pretty cool figure. One thing that I really like is they actually added some shading in certain areas to kind of give it like a dirty look. It almost reminds me of kind of a cell shade look, which is actually pretty good. I think they did it pretty well on, you know, the certain spots. It really helps kind of get him to stand out on his suit and everything, so that is pretty cool. He comes with fists for the additional accessories, so fists here, as you can see out of the package, he has those open hands. Those are really the only accessories that he comes with, but he does come with, it looks like, the right leg for the Colossus Build-A-Figure, so that'll be exciting to put him together when I actually get the rest of the figures in the wave, so I am excited for that. We will stick that leg off to the side there, and then we'll zoom in for a closer look at Legion. Okay, so here is our close-up look at the Legion head sculpt, David Haller head sculpt. And this hair is just like straight up crazy. I mean, look at how high up it stands. We get that little curl in front there, but it does look really damn good. It's very expressive. I mean, based off of some pictures that I looked at, I have one of the trade books for Age of Apocalypse. You know, before the first wave had come, I had picked up a trade book to kind of go through and read it, and none of that Legion wasn't in it. And you know, looking up the reasons why now is because of his acts and what he did by going in the past and killing Charles, his father, instead of Magneto. You know, of course, that's what led to the Age of Apocalypse timeline, but I guess that would explain why Legion wouldn't be in there at that time, because it all started because of what he did in his actions. So I'll have to go back through and reread it to kind of really understand the Age of Apocalypse storyline in total. I get a lot of people that say they didn't like it, and then there's a lot of people that say they did like it, so it's kind of one of those storylines. But just talking about the figure, not going in depth on any of the characteristics of the character or anything like that, we will take a look at it. We get some new parts, but it mainly is reuse from the Shang-Chi comic figure. Basically, the lower half of this figure is the same. As you can see there. Actually, well, you know what? This hip joint is new. As you can see, there's a little bit of a wrinkle there that we do not have on the comic Shang-Chi. That wrinkle right there under that waist swivel. So that is new, but the legs are reused. So we know we don't get pinless because they are older legs. The bare feet are the same as Shang-Chi. Those ankles are the exact same. So it's just the torso that is going to be all new, and then because it's an all new torso, Hasbro has been doing this quite a bit. Oh, is we get the dumbbell joint for the neck, as you can see there. So no hinge, and we'll go over, you know, how much it can move with that type of articulation. But I feel for this one, you can do a lot more expressive, you know, positioning of his head for it, which is pretty cool. But looking at the shading that I had talked about earlier, we get a lot of it in some of those wrinkles, and it really just helps to get this thing to really stand out. So looking at like the legs there, even the knees, the lower half of the legs, it all just makes it look really cool and really stand out. Like here, some of that darker blue throughout there. But then look at the back of the figure, and there's absolutely none of it. But that's kind of typical of what we see with Hasbro. You know, if they're going to add in some additional paint, they're not going to do it on this part where you're not really going to see it. You're going to do it all in the front where we can see it. And what they did does look pretty good, in my opinion. And you have the feet there. So there it is. Now let's zoom out for his articulation. Okay, so Legion, his head, he can look down only that much with that dumbbell joint. He can look up that much, but you can get crazy motion going on in the head. So with that dumbbell joint, you get a lot of circular motion, so he can do all kinds of things, you know, because he's kind of crazy. There's one picture I saw where his head is like that. The facial expression is going to be different, so it's a little unfortunate that we get this. A second head sculpt, I think, would have been really, really cool if we had like a really crazy look where he's like showing his teeth and really looking insane. That would have been really cool, but that's what we got. Shoulders, you can get the shoulder to go up that high, which is good. You can get a full rotation, but do kind of be careful. As you can see, the shoulder portion of his shirt comes out a little bit more, so be careful with that. You have an upper bicep swivel there. You get a double jointed elbow like so. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. We have an ab crunch. Can crunch forward that much, which is it's okay, not terrible. He can go back that much. There was no shading on the inside portion there. We have a waist swivel, as you can see. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward that high, which is pretty good. Doesn't really go back, but you have an upper thigh cut there. Double jointed knee like so. Right above the ankle at that calf, you do get a swivel inside there. So that is pretty good. You get a foot that hinges all the way down. You get a little bit of hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So decent articulation for him. But again, if you have the Shang-Chi comic figure, you know what's going on kind of on the lower half. But the only new stuff we got on him is the new hip piece and torso, and of course the head sculpt. Okay, and here are all the X-Men Age of Apocalypse figures that Hasbro has released from the Wave 1, the Deluxe Apocalypse, the Build-A-Figure of Sugar Man, and now here with Legion, the first of the Wave 2 that I have gotten. Some pretty awesome figures. I actually was just thinking about this and came to the realization that we do not actually get a Wolverine figure in Wave 2. We normally do. Every single X-Men wave, we have gotten a Wolverine. This is going to be the first, and I'm not sure how long, to actually not have a Wolverine. We have Sabretooth, which is going to be the absolute highlight. He's a beast of a figure, so I'm really excited about that. Shadowcat even has claws like Wolverine, but no actual like Logan figure in Wave 2, so that is actually pretty interesting. I think people should be excited because you see online all the complaints that, oh, another Iron Man, oh, another Spider-Man, oh, another Captain America, oh, another Wolverine. Well, there is no other Wolverine this time around. But the figures are coming along quite nicely. It's pretty awesome when you get a lot of figures from a particular storyline. Whether you like the storyline or not, obviously that's going to kind of sway how you feel about it. But for something like this, I think it's actually really cool that, you know, they would go this route. There's a bunch of other figures that I'm sure a lot of people wish that Hasbro would release. You know, there was the Nemesis figure, Holocaust, the figure, they called him Nemesis, but that was an old Build-A-Figure that was hard to get. I think it was exclusive to Walmart. There were some issues with the latch helmet thing. It'd be cool if they re-released him. I think a lot of people were thinking, well, that's going to be the Build-A-Figure of Wave 1, then Sugar Man was. And they're thinking, well, no, it's got to be the Build-A-Figure of Wave 2, and then it's Colossus. So, you know, we'll see if there's going to be any more than that. When I did an interview for the Hasbro Big 3, the Marvel Legends Big 3, Dwight had said the next X-Men wave after Age of Apocalypse would not be a themed wave. So whatever the next X-Men wave is, do not expect it to be a full-on wave based off of a particular storyline, but that doesn't mean that there won't be one-off figures that get released from Age of Apocalypse. I wouldn't doubt if we start to see one or two show up here and there in a wave. But anyway, that is my review of the Legion figure. Not a whole lot going for it, but does look really good. I think it should have came with an additional head sculpt or two to really show some of the crazy facial expressions that Legion would have. I think that definitely would have set this figure apart from others. But I know a lot of people are really excited about this guy and will be picking him up. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this figure. Did you get yours from Target? Did you happen to get any of the others? I'm sure that is probably not the case, but I think it looks pretty cool. If you're going to be out at Frank & Sons, hopefully I will see you there for the Toy Amigos meetup. I will be riding down with Wade Parallel Universe, so that should be a fun time. Maybe, again, maybe if I see some figures from Wave 2, I might pick them up, but I know that they're going to be crazy expensive at Frank & Sons, but we shall see. But that is my review. If you guys liked the video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.